Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be delving into the fascinating world of adverbs with the specific focus on adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency are essential components of our language, providing crucial information about the regularity or occurrence of actions. Let's start with the definition of adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency are words that convey how often an action takes place. They help us express the regularity or frequency of activities, providing a deeper insight into the temporal aspect of events. Common adverbs of frequency include words like always, often, usually, sometimes, rarely, never, and many more. Next one is the placement in a sentence. How adverb of frequency is placed in a sentence. Adverbs of frequency are typically placed before the main verb in a sentence but after the auxiliary verb if one is present. Means if any auxiliary verb is present in a sentence, we use the adverbs of frequency after the auxiliary verb. For example, I always eat breakfast before work. In this sentence, the position of adverb is before the main verb eat. This is a common placement for adverbs of frequency. Next example is she has never been to Europe. They usually complete their assignments on time. In all these three examples, the adverb of frequency are positioned before the main verb. It is important to note that when there is an auxiliary verb, such as has in the second example, the adverb typically comes after the auxiliary verb but before the main verb. This consistent placement of adverbs of frequency helps maintain clarity and coherence in the structure of the sentence. Different levels of frequency. 100% frequency. The adverbs that shows 100% frequency is always. This adverb implies that the action occurs every time the situation arises. For example, she always arrives early for meetings. High frequency. High frequency adverbs are usually, often, frequently. These adverbs convey a regular occurrence, though not necessarily every time. For example, I usually go for a run in the morning. Next is the medium frequency. Adverbs are sometimes. This suggests that the action occurs on certain occasions but not regularly. For example, they sometimes have lunch together. Low frequency. Low frequency adverbs are rarely and seldom. These adverbs indicate infrequent occurrences. For example, he rarely misses a class. 0% frequency. The adverb is never. This implies that the action does not happen at all. For example, I never eat fast food. Adverbs of frequency in questions and in negations. In question form, the adverbs of frequency is placed before the main verb in a question. For example, how often do you exercise? And in negation, when negating a sentence, the adverb is placed before the main verb. For example, she rarely eats dessert. Thank you. Thank you for joining with us.